Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former MrBeast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you. Enjoy the video.
So the MrBeast allegations have gotten pretty out of hand by now. I wasn't originally going to cover this topic, but after seeing everything come out slowly, I decided I had to make a video on it. So after all the Ava Chris Tyson drama came out, an ex-employee of MrBeast released a video that basically exposes a lot of the bad things MrBeast might have done allegedly. At first I thought the general someone else is trying to use MrBeast's name for clout, but I actually am concerned after watching the full 53 minutes. Keep in mind the entire situation is alleged at the moment, but there are some things in this video that do need to be addressed by MrBeast or his team. At the time of me recording this, there actually is a response from MrBeast's team, but let's get into that later on in the video. Please subscribe.
MrBeast, I recorded this before the Chris stuff came out. I was also going to come out about the Chris stuff probably in part 2 or 3. Because I see a lot of people saying like, oh, if you knew, why didn't you come forward? Why didn't you go to the authorities? Well, I was going to come forward, and also like going to the authorities isn't going to work because what are you going to say? Like, you heard rumors that this person was this way or that, you know, there's obviously evidence of like the shad-based stuff. Like, that's been out for a while. People have internally known at the company that like Chris is kind of a potential minors attracted person, and the company protects her, or they were protecting her, and they protected her as long as they could. Jimmy knew, everyone knew. So, you know, which I think that's more of a red flag than anything I'm going to reveal in this video, but
the first big bombshell is that multiple people at MrBeast Studios allegedly knew about the Shatman incident. Now, during the time of me recording the Chris video, I did say that MrBeast might not have known, or at least not have known Shatman to the extent that everyone else did, but it seems that there were people at the studio who knew exactly the things that Shatman did, and either didn't let MrBeast in, or MrBeast knew the entire time. At least what he's saying in this video interprets that. But if MrBeast really did know about the Shatman situation, that should be the biggest red flag of all time.
So many people had jobs.
oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to MrBeast, and oftentimes friends and family of MrBeast employees, or just the employees themselves. And when they do pull someone from outside of North Carolina, it's usually somebody who's in the industry, who's camera trained, who has built a following.
So throughout the video, he's showing countless examples of how Jimmy possibly fakes his content. In this video, he does show the obviously fake content, like knocking over trains or using tanks, and yeah, that might just be fake, but also I don't think that's necessarily dangerous to children because no children can legally go out there and operate a train or buy a tank. And I have always had the suspicion that the challenge videos were fake, but even in the end, I thought that there were still, you know, a semblance of real people, but finding out that these might be his team members, that's a little bit hurtful, especially because he's considering it as these people getting up and leaving their jobs that they're supposed to be sold as everyday average people. That's a little bit harmful to his brand, and in my opinion, that's pretty scummy to mislead your audience that way.
Like, keep going. Wait, really?
Let's go!
Wait, that's literally like his like initial.
Who is it?
My cousin.
Wait, really?
Actually, that's illegal.
Some of the common complaints we see in threads about this live stream are that they only signed large t-shirts, so when they selected an order to give a prize, it was apparently always a large or extra large t-shirt. They kept saying things like buy in the next 15 minutes for a chance to win and then not honoring it. Multiple people claiming that their name was read to win a prize and they never received it. This person is still tweeting about it to this day. Now, there's a lot more people complaining about the deceptive sales tactics. Reading all this really upsets me because I spent money I honestly didn't have for 5 shirts at different times during the live when they said things like buy now and you will get prize or money. And I received 2 orders and nothing but shirt, both with MB and one with a heart and one with a smiley. I was hoping for at least a couple things for Christmas for my family. Now, this commenter also goes on to explain that she's disabled, has PTSD. Lotteries and scams specifically target vulnerable populations like that. I'm disappointed. My son bought a signed shirt and was so excited. He watched a live stream and saw that people who bought would receive $100. He was excited to win something and be a part of his favorite streamer, MrBeast. When the shirt arrived, he was grinning from ear to ear. When he realized that there was no $100, he was visibly disappointed. He said nothing other than, I guess he meant everyone except me. He loves his shirt, but I'm really upset seeing him hurt. And obviously people can lie on the internet, but a lot of people are independently claiming the same things. Like that at the end of the live stream, they said they were putting $100 in every order. Now, my speculation is that they put $100 in every order that came across the table that they signed, but I'd be interested to see how they worded that. If the video of this live stream ever resurfaces, I think a lot of these claims will be proven true, which MrBeast definitely has this stream saved. He saves all his footage. So I'll ask you, Jimmy, will you publish this to prove your innocence? Also, using archive.org, we can see what the website looked like on the day of the stream, and while there's no mention of any sweepstakes whatsoever, it does say this limited tee signed by MrBeast and crew, but the description says it's signed by a member of the MrBeast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by MrBeast. So here's a clip of Tyler forging, or not, maybe not forging, using MrBeast's signature. So Tyler signs MB, which is MrBeast's signature. Then he covers it, signs his own initials, TC, smirks, looks around, and then quickly slides the shirt away.
So I decided to let that clip play out in its entirety so I wouldn't interrupt him because he goes over a lot of great points. And if I didn't get the recording in this video, I'll just tell you straight up that apparently people on Reddit, allegedly who are disabled and from poor, low-income families, are saying they never received their gifts from the giveaway from MrBeast after giving him countless amounts of money from the live stream. Now, I don't know how lotteries are supposed to work, but does no one see the issue with this? Even if this isn't Jimmy behind the wheel of this lottery, or it's his team or whatever, whoever is at fault here is extremely in the wrong. People of lower income should not be giving money to someone who is known to be a billionaire and a philanthropist, especially when these are young, impressionable children. Someone in this post said they were trying to buy gifts for their family by doing this giveaway, and that they were handicapped. Does that not come off a little bit strange to you? I'm sorry if I'm recording this and it sounds a little bit weird, but it's honestly getting me a little bit emotional thinking about this. This is a very scumbag thing to do, and someone needs to be investigated for it. Now, if everything he's saying in those clips is allegedly true and that was a fake lottery, and even if it was from years ago, MrBeast currently is a billionaire. He should be able to right the wrongs of the past and pay those people off. He has the money to do it, and they're still complaining on a thread to this day.
Associate the brand with trust and authority. MrBeast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his loyal followers. I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake. Step 2 is showing the viewers that when people interact with MrBeast in a way that benefits MrBeast, when they do what he tells them to do, they win big rewards.
Is he subscribed? You are subscribed. Here's some money. Have a good day.
Now, in this clip, it's talking about the 3 steps MrBeast has to follow in order to gain followers, including making kids associate his brand with getting free money, which is a huge problem because kids are impressionable to a certain extent, and if you remember from a while ago, there was a MrBeast tracker where kids were actively tracking his location, trying to run up to him and get money. This is a parasocial relationship that should not be promoted. And yes, I know all YouTubers do the clickbait, if you like and follow, I'll give you a Lamborghini. But when it comes to the case of MrBeast, people know they can actually get a Lamborghini from MrBeast, because that's what he's doing. He has people coming into his videos getting free stuff, and kids think that that's going to be them. Now, obviously, MrBeast isn't going to give you $1,000 because you walk into him in a parking lot and you're subscribed to his content, but that's what kids generally think. And whether it's his idea or someone else's idea, this needs to stop, and I don't think they should be promoting the page this way.
10 ingredients, super processed. Our Feastables bars are 5 ingredients, and just all the ingredients are way higher quality. And it's infinitely better than the other options out there.
I got all the Feastable chocolates. Let's try them and rank them 1 to 6.
I'm going to be completely honest. Totally not biased, because if it sells more, I make more money.
I'm going to be honest, and I hope Jimmy is sitting next to me and not getting his feelings hurt.
Compare it to Hershey's. It's our Crunch Bar.
Okay. This is the one you believe in.
Yes.
It's not crazy, Jimmy.
No?
No.
You don't like Crunch Bars?
I do like Crunch Bars, but again, it's too sweet.
Let me try this. Maybe these are defective.
I
Oh
do
my
like
god, this tastes good to me.
The reason I stopped the clip in the middle right here is because MrBeast won't let Keith Lee be honest about Feastables. I've had Feastables, both an old recipe and the new recipe. Honestly, I had the dark chocolate. It didn't taste that great, and Keith Lee doesn't seem to think the original recipe tasted good either, but MrBeast won't let him have an opinion on it. If it's too sweet, then he must like dark chocolate. If the dark chocolate doesn't taste good, he must like almonds.
Wait, we supposed to be ranking them. I rated the first one, so we going completely off of.
Oh,
we
well,
going completely off of.
We're in too deep. I rate this a 10 out of 10. I give this an 11 out of 10. Keep in mind, only 5 ingredients. Infinitely healthier for you than the normal thing out there.
Also my favorite so far.
Okay.
I understand MrBeast is more than a YouTuber. He is a brand and a philanthropist. He needs to sell this chocolate, but he needs to let Keith Lee be honest about his review. And he also can't claim that his chocolate bar is healthier. In the past, Feastables was healthier, but it didn't taste that great in my opinion, especially the milk chocolate flavor. But with the new recipe, Feastables is just as unhealthy, if not unhealthier, than Hershey's chocolate is today. You can actually compare the fact and nutrition labels. That's just the truth.
In $5,000 drawing? They thought this was going to be a monthly thing, but it got a lot of controversy, obviously. How can I successfully clean up the shelves? Wow, glad you asked. No bars on the shelf? Go find an employee and ask them to check to see if there is product in the back room and ask them to bring them out so you can put it on the shelf to match the tags. What the fuck, dude? Imagine a 7-year-old looking for the Walmart manager so he can ask to stock shelves?
So it does state in the terms and conditions of the Feastables that it does want you to actually do this. It wants you to go as a child and ask Walmart employees to stock the shelves for Feastables. Now, if you actually worked in retail during the time Feastables came out and your store had them in stock, I want to tell you the horror that it was. Feastables at the store that I worked at generally didn't get ordered because so many kids were stealing it. They never purchased it, and we weren't able to order it because it was registered as unpurchased. We thought we still had it, but it was always stolen. These kids are willing to do anything to get their hands on it. That's the type of relationship MrBeast is creating with this brand. Is that on the kids? Yes. But whoever's managing Feastables right here, or whoever's in charge of it, does need to take some responsibility because that's unhealthy. That's child labor. There's so much in this video that I couldn't even get to touch on, but I want you to watch it for yourselves. Now, I'm also putting the response to this video on the screen from MrBeast's employee. Pause to read because it's very lengthy. And yes, it might be a good response, but not really in my opinion. It doesn't address any of the major issues that we had with the video. I understand that all of this is technically alleged, but regardless of if it's alleged or not, there are some things in this video that I think are just generally true. And regardless of how it's handled, MrBeast or people at his team need to get their act together. Even if it's not Jimmy who's doing all these things and it's his team, that's still a problem because Jimmy is managed by a terrible team. It means he needs to get better employees. And regardless of who it is, this channel is the biggest network towards children. You cannot take advantage of a young audience this way. It's generally not right. And even if it isn't MrBeast himself, it's his team doing it. Again, I don't know if anything in this is true or not, but I am going into this with a grain of salt, but at the time of this, Jimmy has still not responded. Regardless of the outcome of whatever this is, MrBeast is not going to have a platform taken down. It's still going to continue to work with children, which means at the end of the day, this entire corporation needs to get their act together if they're going to continuously be around kids. I didn't make this video to discredit anything Jimmy has done or any of the nice philanthropist acts that he's done, but if this is a general problem with the company, it needs to be fixed and it needs to be talked about and it needs to be brought to light. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and comment down below what you think about the situation. Have a good day. Bye.